Hey everyone, how's it going? I haven't made a video in probably a year, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try to get through everything as fast as I can because I don't want to make a 10, 15, 20 minute video because I'm gonna ramble on and it's just gonna be like, is this over? Like blah blah blah. So I'm gonna keep it short to the point because I feel like this year has been interesting with the pandemic, everything going on, and just like my level of focus. For the past like 6 7 years I've been really focused on self-awareness and progress and self-development and trying to increase my worth each year. How can I make more money? How can I influence more people? All this different stuff. How can I progress in my life incrementally so I can get ahead? How can I take on more responsibility to create more independence for myself to influence others? So like 2018 was a rough year and it was a breakthrough moment at the end of the year because I felt like I'm graduating college and I got no money. Like, what am I gonna do? This and that. But I I started posting Kijiji ads. I told you in the other videos because I've been doing carpentry for around six years or so. I started posting Kijiji ads and I got a job here, got a job there, and I realized, oh my God, I just made $100 here in 10 minutes, and it takes me like almost a full day to do that after taxes. It's like I'm definitely getting chinsed here and ripped off. So I saw that little, I don't know, that little difference in from the time I'm investing to what I'm actually making, and it blew my mind, and I continue to repeat the process, and it literally my income increased like tenfold. Like it went up crazy. Like my biggest year before 2018 was probably because I was so inconsistent in everything in my life was maybe like $25,000, and then 2019 was $47,000, I believe, and that was like a net profit, and that was interesting to me because I focused. I set a goal in 2019 to make consistency and income a focus, and every single time there was a job, I went through and I made it happen. I never made an excuse. I made sure I followed through with my goal of making sure consistency of income was at the forefront. So 2020, um, I didn't set the goal to focus consistently on income because I already knew that was a habit. I started to focus on, divert my energy towards people who are going to divert the same amount of energy back. So I always I felt like I always focused on other people a lot, and I cared more about their situation more than they cared about it themselves. So it kind of like made me like that, that margin there. It was just like, it made me stressed out every time. Like I would set goals with other people and then they weren't consistent and I was consistent. It was really kind of like irritating to me. So I started to divert my energy, and that was a goal for this year. But this year it was one of my biggest years to date because like I don't know, man. Like it just happened to be like that. And this year I'm probably gonna hit around $80,000. And um, I know, like in large scale terms, this isn't much, but when you look at like the overall like curve of like your life and where you're headed, um, it's progressive. It's increasing incrementally to the upside, and I'm proud of myself. Sometimes um, I see how far I came, and I don't really take it in. People say, "Wow, like you're doing great," and I'm just like, "Am I really though?" Like I start comparing myself to others. I'm like, I'm not really doing that great. And the thing is, I feel like that's definitely a flaw in my personality and my philosophy. We definitely have to take the time sometimes to be grateful for how far we've come, because um, sometimes we can forget about it. Sometimes we have time off from work. We have a year off. I mean, not a year off. We have like a week off, or we have, a couple days off, and we're thinking, oh, I want to go back to work. I want to go back to work. So you're focusing on work when you're with the family. When you're with the when you're at work, you're focusing on the family, and then when you're at with the family, you're focusing on work and back and forth or whatever. It's like, be involved in the now, and that's something that I gotta practice. Like it's something that comes in and it comes out of the picture a lot of the time, just because um, I'm not just running my own business. I also trade stock. So it's like consistently when I'm around anybody, I'm always focusing on that investment. I'm focusing on what's the next trade, what's the next investment. So it's sometimes hard for me to be in the moment of, and that's the one thing I really lack. So I'm definitely like kind of like going all over the place right now. But all I'm trying to get across was 2019 definitely like setting the goal of consistent income gave me that breakthrough moment. And then 2020 of having diverting the energy to the right people definitely made the biggest difference because I felt happier. I felt more positive towards where I was going, and I felt like less drained, to be honest. Because when you go hang out with a bunch of people and you're so excited about a concept, you're so excited about this business idea that you have, and you tell them, and then you get like not the same energy back. You just feel like you just dumped all this good like nutritional like substance on someone, and then you get back like a bag of garbage. It's like it's not the way someone wants to feel, consistently whenever they speak to someone. So it's like you got to definitely divert your energy to the right people, and you definitely have to have the right goals, and you have to have an accountability partner, whoever it is. Like you got to be accountable yourself. But if you're not accountable yourself, then you need someone who's gonna help you be accountable for your fucking self. And it blows my fucking mind when people think I'm the person. Yes, you are the person. You are gonna be the person who's gonna take accountability for all your bullshit and all the good things in your life. But when you have this error that you have like cognitive dissonance where you set out all these things for yourself and you think about all these things, but you lack to do those things, it's sometimes good to share that energy with someone else who wants to help you. And if you miss it on the opportunity, that it sucks for you. But yeah, 2020 I moved out. I ran a full year of a successful business in my terms. Like, it's a progressive curve. Obviously this is just a small blimp in what I know I'm capable of. Moved out, ran a successful business. Trading is on the right track. I'm so focused on the long term, the process, because I know if I can, and it's not I'm suffering. It's if you can suffer for, let's say, 3 to 5 years, like whatever it is, whatever business you run, but you're focused on self-reflection, self-evaluation, constant progress, evolution, you'll get there one day if you are focused enough on it. So trading is doing amazing. I'm very happy with where I'm headed with it. I had a baby October 1st. That was a big goal. Focus on health more than I ever have in all of my years. Um, focus on eating better, working out consistently. Taking the proteins, taking the vitamins. My relationship, 6 years. Me and my girlfriend are really happy together, and now we have a kid together. Some people think a kid's gonna save their relationship, and let me tell you something: having a kid and having a bad relationship will make you guys want to murder each other. So the least that you can have is a good relationship going into having a child, because man, the amount of pressure, the amount of like, because you guys got to come to similar terms. You guys got to agree on something. And if you guys are always bumping heads, it's going to be a nightmare. So you got to have a good relationship if you're going to have a child. Like that's plain and simple, because it's going to be a nightmare for your life. Let me tell you, your life is going to be a nightmare. Well, for the short term, obviously, like children are like it's a blessing. It literally is a blessing, but you need to make sure you're going into it with the right mentality. Yeah, so this year has been great. Towards the end, since I've had a kid, it's been a little bit stressful because I'm getting used to the sleeping hours and whatnot. But I'm 100% grateful and blessed to experience this, because it's definitely a huge experience being there with your woman, watching her give childbirth, and being there to support her. Shows the type of man you are. Shows the type of woman she is if she can go through that, right? Sacrifice that time, sacrifice that energy and the pain to reap the blessings of it. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm gonna try to go into a little bit of my philosophies I feel like got me this far. This is just off the top of my head, so I'm gonna really try my best. But this is like I'm literally winging this. I'm just said I'm gonna make a video. I have the energy to do it. I just set some goals for the month, so I'm gonna go with it. So the focus, me and my buddy, we focus on the unexpected. So we're constantly thinking winter's coming, winter's coming, winter's coming. The lack of opportunities coming. Whatever it is, you got to fix your car, or someone's sick and you need to buy something for them to help them out, or your mother can't pay the mortgage, so you need the money to pay the mortgage, or you're gonna get a sickness and you got to eat well. So it's like continuing to build on security and continue to build on like this fundamental base where if anything were to happen, you've already been prepared for it. You've been eating well, so the